The profession of pilot is considered one of the wonderful professions that is the dream and ambition of many young people in the world. The profession of a pilot differs from other professions. All professions require that the employee performs the best possible performance, but the pilot is responsible for all the lives on board. And what is required? Excellent performance all the time. Everyone has a dream of being a pilot when they grow up, and dreams are renewed periodically over the years, but very few run after their dream and sought to get it and quickly achieve it. Being a pilot is not an easy thing, and it is not a common thing in our society. He who possesses the fitness, knowledge, training, and courage is the one who can pursue careers in aviation. And today we will know how much time a student needs to study aviation and know the cost of studying aviation. And we will tell you a few easy steps how to become a pilot and achieve your dreams through our guest, Captain Abdulaziz Lishail, pilot instructor and commercial pilot.
And we're back with you, dear viewers, and thanks to my colleague Hajar Lemhenno on a wonderful report. And now, those report, you know, those cars and flashing and everything. Well, we are off the ground now and into the air with Captain Abdulaziz Lishail, pilot instructor and commercial pilot. So how about we welcome him together and see how he can take us off with him. Good morning, Captain.
Good morning.
How is it that we are going to be lifting off today?
Let's
right?
go.
Yeah. Okay, so I know that it was a passion for you. For
Yes.
me, traveling is a passion, but for you, aviation, right?
Yep.
Tell us about that passion.
So it started when I was really young. I believe it's genes from my father, because my father was an aircraft maintenance engineer.
Okay.
And the passion started from here. Maybe I was 6 or 7 years old. Started with the science club. After that, unfortunately, couldn't be a fighter pilot due to my sight. So I continued my study to be a mechanical marine engineering. And then after that, when I get a job, I start pursuing the aviation beside my job.
Beside your
Yeah.
job, it's a passion, a young
It's a
age
passion,
passion. I noticed that you said that the science club had really an impact on you.
Yes.
So before we start anything, do you recommend that each and everyone who has a passion go and pursue it into science clubs or into specializing clubs?
Indeed, indeed, for sure, yes. It will raise your, it will give you some information about aviation, but
Okay.
there is a cap for that. Because it's at the end it's RC, we call it
Yes,
RC.
yeah, but you would know what's the lift off,
Exactly,
right?
you will know the theory at least.
So it was a hobby and it turned into a passion.
Yes.
And from a passion into a, let's say, a job or a career, sort of a career.
Yeah, sort of a career.
Sort of a career. Tell us more about how did you really take that passion into another idea, like a job, like a business.
Let's say like a business. I like to teach people,
Yes.
to raise awareness for the audience, let's say. So it started from here. It started when I was studying engineering.
Okay.
And after that, I get all my license and continue to be a ground instructor. After that, okay, let's go ahead and start teaching. So I started with the social media.
Okay.
And I can see the impact. I can see a lot of rumors, unfortunately, especially in Arab countries, about pilot.
Okay, so I know, and I have said it just before the air, that I have met you in early 2020,
Yes.
before the COVID and the epidemic had really started. And you had that passion in front of us. I saw it firsthand, and I've seen how much you are into it. So tell us about that thing. Tell us about the aviation, the instructing, and the commercial aviation.
So going to the aviation, it needs a discipline, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to be a discipline to get your license. If you think aviation is only just taking selfies, taking
into
some
air,
picture,
huh?
going to the air. No, that's the result. Going to the air is the result. But what is on the background? It's a lot of work, a lot of discipline. The person has to be, and teaching is also my passion.
So you combined two passions and put them into one place.
Yes.
Teaching and aviation.
Yes.
So it came together at the end result of this wonderful combination we can see. So what is the most important types of license, the word really of aviation? I know that a lot of people really know that we can have a pilot license, we have a chopper's license, but they are much more than that, right?
Let's say it depends. What does he want? Does he want it as a hobby? So, for example, last course that I gave, all of them they already have a job, right?
Okay.
But they want the license because they want to go during their vacation and just fly. Some of them, they want to purchase an aircraft.
So before purchasing an aircraft and before we continue my questions and the things that can we have a quick break then continue? Sure. And we are back with you, dear viewers, and with our captain Abdulaziz Lish'ail, who is going to talk to us a little bit more about the aviation and all of the difficulty that someone faces teaching aviation. So, Captain Abdulaziz, I know that whenever we have any kind of job, we've got like little pieces of problems. Yes. So what are the main, let's say, difficulties that you face during aviation teaching?
During aviation teaching, let's say in Kuwait, maybe is, let's say, the facilities, having a real aircraft, training aircraft.
Airports, do you have, is there a commercial?
Okay. There is no, so we call this a general aviation. So like in US, you go to the airport, you just go to any aircraft or ask the school for any aircraft and just get some pictures, get the student together to see the parts and all of that. Maybe this is one of the issues that we are facing.
Okay, so these are one of the difficulties that you faced during that. Okay, how about how long, if I wanted to enroll in aviation, how long does it take to study aviation?
So there's two parts, right? So either if you want to get the Federal Aviation Administration license, commercial license we're talking about, which is belong to US, this will take approximately 1 year, few months.
1.5, we can say so, right?
Less than that.
Give and take, less than that.
Yeah, and if it is, if it is as per EASA, which is the European Union, then it will take 1.5 minimum.
1.5 minimum.
Minimum. So the average is 2 years, 2.5 years to get.
This is about
license.
IASA because it's a general European federation,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah.
What are the jobs of aviation? Because you have said that you wanted at the beginning, your love was to be, let's say, from an army pilot.
Yes.
But unfortunately, let's say, physical examination wasn't efficient. So what other jobs of aviation there are?
So we're talking about civil aviation?
Yes, let's say civil, commercial, and all of that.
Civil aviation can be, you can be an aeronautical or let's say aircraft maintenance engineer, you can be serving the aviation, we call it ground handling.
Okay.
Aviation is not only a pilot at all. So,
because this is what we think, that aviation is a pilot and a captain.
Because honestly speaking, it's a charismatic job. So everybody wants to get this job.
Yes. Everybody wants to be off air. Everybody.
Yes.
Flying is something that's a passion of human beings since history. So that whenever we think of aviation, we always think of a pilot and an airplane.
Exactly.
But the other jobs are on the ground, right?
There is a whole fleet behind that.
Oh, okay.
For every single trip.
This is really interesting. So what are the best universities to study aviation? I don't know, here in Kuwait, do we have a university for studying aviation?
We don't have for pilots, however, I don't say best universities because university will not teach pilot, right?
Yeah, okay.
Usually the pilot will go to a flight school, will get the license.
Okay.
The pilot will not get a diploma or a bachelor degree. He will get just a license.
So just the engineerings, right?
The engineering will get a diploma. Okay. He can continue after that, get the bachelor. But most of the field engineers are with the diploma.
So if I wanted to be a pilot, I should go where to study?
Number one is to go to the civil aviation belong to your country and ask them which license they approve. When they tell you which license they approve, then you will know the country. After that, you tackle that country and start your searching.
So it would be from our civil aviation here in Kuwait at first, and then we would see the approved license, and then we would go to the countries, right?
Exactly.
So this is the process. I think, dear viewers, now you know where to go. Okay, fact or rumor? What are the most prominent rumors about aviation science that you can explain to the viewers?
It's a lot, to be honest, but I will just mention a few of them. There is no worldwide aviation or worldwide pilot license here.
Oh.
Yeah, so belong to each aircraft registration, like a car. I have a Kuwaiti car with the registration.
License, yes.
I need to have a Kuwaiti license. The aircraft is the same. You cannot have a worldwide license. Number two is being a pilot, a civil pilot, you don't have your sight, you don't have to be 6x6.
Oh, okay.
Wearing a prescription glass.
Sunglasses or contact lenses,
fine.
okay?
It's fine.
Oh.
As long as it's 6x6 after wearing it.
Okay, so that means, so any civil pilot can really wear glasses and go off air?
Of course.
This is really a great thing, because a rumor that I said, if you are short-sighted, you will not be able to fly, but that's not the true. It's about just the, let's say, military section, right?
Military, you need to be perfect.
Okay, so we all know that a pilot's lifestyle is hectic. A lot of my friends, when we are talking about pilots and we see them all the time flying here and there and having a little time with their families. Tell us about that lifestyle also.
I don't agree on that because I believe most of Kuwaitis or big part of Kuwaitis, they work in shifts.
Ah, okay.
So it's similar to shifts. There is no difference. The only difference, you are outside of the country and here you are inside of the country.
So it's the same as shift,
exactly
shift hours, and like in the any oil sector, or let's say in the engineering sectors. And
I believe in that. Maybe the oil sector will be more than aviation.
Yeah, okay. So I think the aviation world is not, let's say, very mysterious nowadays than it was in the past. Tell us an advice from you, Captain Abdulaziz Al-Shail, as a last, let's say, segment for our viewers.
My advice is for the student will be because this is most thing that I'm facing, is the student being a discipline. You need to take it serious. Forget taking pictures. Just focus, 1.5 years, you will get it and then do whatever you want.
Okay, so after 1.5 years, you can take the photos and selfies that you want of planes. But now, Captain Abdulaziz Shael said, be disciplined and go to those instructor lines. Just listen to your instructor. Thank you very much for being here with us, Captain.
You're welcome.
A great thanks to our Captain Abdulaziz Shael, a pilot instructor and a commercial pilot, and moving from, let's say, the air back to the ground. And the Kuwait Science Club organized the Kuwait Science and Engineering Competition, which aims to sponsor and support young researchers and innovators. Abdulrahman, the competition is the culmination of the club's strategy to activate the national program to support researchers and spread the culture of scientific research and innovation among students below the university level. I think me and my colleagues and Captain Abdulaziz would like to see the report. How about you? Join us.